let's make this a part 2. So I was doing my nails in the previous video, and I did some like announcements and updates of what's been going on while I've been failing at doing my nails. So figured let's continue and talk about some things that have been happening in, I don't know, the music industry in Japan and Korea, because I have no more updates or announcements to share. I was kind of mentioning some things that are coming up video wise, that I had some like J-Rock Volt unboxings that I need to do, and I got some stuff from City Japan, but I won't share them on YouTube because I feel like it's unnecessary. It's not much. I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see how that goes. I still have some other videos that I filmed that I need to update, but hopefully you will see a change in my content. Well, like, it'll be same content, hopefully different delivery, hopefully shorter. That's the goal. Alright, I'm gonna do my other hand very carefully because this isn't dried yet. I probably should get a little bit in the corners, right there, right here on this edge. That's kind of bad. It needs like another coat. So I'm gonna get in there a little bit more. I haven't put a top coat yet, so I think we should be good. If you need your nails done, nah, I kid. I don't have a certificate for any of this for professional nails, but I mean, I love doing nails, why not? So recently I heard a couple devastating news tidbits that have occurred in the J-Rock, J-Pop realm. So I'm going to start with the least devastating news that I heard, which is yui-metal and Babymetal. This is probably old news. I got the bulk of the details, combination between news sources, Arama Japan and J-Rock News. It seems like the fans seem okay with this news of her leaving. I feel totally fine with it as well. I will probably mention some certain details about yui-metal later when I do my concert report of the Babymetal live I went to this year. So, during the Babymetal tour, latest tour from this year, yui-metal was not in attendance, and there were lots of rumors about her graduating and whatnot, and people were upset, and the management refused to like give out any details. They just wanted to make it seem like this was like, you know, part of a story or something like that, because, you know, Babymetal has this like, I guess, mythos, folklore type thing, you know, about the 7 chosen ones and blah 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 blah, that story. And in reality, she's sick, for all we know. I mean, there could be other things that's going on with her. One of my friends mentioned that there's a rumor that she's not sick, she's pregnant. So, I don't know, take that with a grain of salt. Don't say that I said that that's why she left Babymetal, is because she's pregnant, because I don't know, you don't know, unless you know, you're around yui-metal. But apparently she has withdrawn from the group because of her health, And I am okay with that. You take care of yourself before the group. I mean, health before business. I think that's a good way of saying it. I feel like that for like when K-pop groups, when members are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like take a break because my mental health or just physical health is just not the best right now, and I shouldn't push myself because it's just bad. Alright, we are actually going to wait, properly dry this. Alright, so that's what my nails look like right now. We got like a black blank kind of thing going. Of course, it's not gonna stay like that. It also looks kind of bad. This is why I'm not a professional. I try my best. Probably should get like Q-tips instead of cotton balls. Cotton balls are terrible. Q-tips would probably be a lot better. Sometimes I use tissue and like my nails to like get in these like hard to reach corners. But it's hard to do that when both of your nails are like painted and you don't want to ruin it. But clearly like my left hand looks way better than my right hand. But I tried. It's an effort. So I was talking about Babymetal. So yui-metal left. Kinda sad, but I totally understand. I may or may not have read this correctly. That she wants to do some stuff under her own name, like solo stuff. I don't know. Maybe I read that wrong. I don't know. But I look forward to checking out what Babymetal and Yui are going to be doing, and I'm also going to use this gray Fetty, if you didn't see the first video, for the blank spaces on my nails, as I ruined my pinky now. Crap. Okay, so let's fix that. I need to be more careful. So, I have yet to listen to the new song. I will, eventually. I bet it's epic and kind of cool, and I'm sure, yeah. I know it took me a while to get into their last song while they were like doing their concert this year. What was it? Distortion. Like, it was cool, it was good. I was kind of sad that they weren't in it, which perpetuated sad rumors about Yui not being part of the group anymore. But I hope she's okay and she does better. So the other devastating news that I heard was about Daichi and Cazqui. We're just gonna call him that. Probably not the correct way to say his name, but he's Cazqui to me. Why not? We can call him CQ. Is that a better name? I don't know. Sorry, Nocturnal Bloodlust fans. So, same friend. That's only about the pregnancy thing, which may or may not be true. Don't quote me on that. She told me that they were leaving the group because of a financial dispute with the manager. Or a couple managers, actually. And I was pretty shocked. Like, that's really messed up. So, the following day, I sat there, I checked my usual web news sites that I get my, like, J-rock, J-pop, K-pop information from. I got black on my finger, that's why I'm doing this. So, I read the details. I think this was on Shattered Tranquility. I don't know if there was news about it on J-Rock News yet. I'm not sure. So anyway, these two managers, named A and B, and I think the members puts a blog post or something about it, saying that they are regretful for leaving the group, but they have to if they're gonna, like, you know, move forward. Some people forget that musicians, like, playing music is not, like, a hobby. It's a job. And sure, like, music is fun for them. Oh, was not expecting this color. We'll definitely have to put some more coats for sure. Well, anyway. So they were saying, you know, these two managers, they were taking money from Cazqui and Daichi. And one of them admitted to using said funds that were supposed to go to them on personal crap. Which is just not cool at all. Not cool at all. And they said, you know what, I hate to do this to the fans who support us for this long and to the band that we love being a part of, but we gotta go because you're not paying us. And it sucks because they're both really talented guitarists. I believe, from what she said, Cazqui does a lot of the composition for their songs, so I can't imagine anyone else replacing them. That would just be really weird. Cazqui is one of my favorite members. I mean, Hero's another favorite of mine too. I don't have one specific favorite member in Nocturnal Bloodlust, and whoever's texting me, please stop. So I'm kind of, I guess ideally I would love for maybe like the whole group to just leave that label, find a new label, start all over again, because they have such great talent and they deserve so much better. And I'm surprised, like, I mean, I don't know how, oh man, that looks bad. I don't know how managers work. I don't know if it's like each member has their own manager and stuff, and I probably should just let this like rest for a bit before I like put another coat. Actually, that doesn't look that bad. That gray, like after another coat, it looks better. I'll probably have to slap a third coat on here because it's still a little translucent, and you can still see like the tip of my nail and like just the flesh tones underneath there. So I'll probably do another coat. But anyway, yeah, I don't know how that really works. I would love to know more like music industry type stuff, but that just really sucks that that's what's going on. And they deserve so much better. So ideally, I would love for just Nocturnal Bloodlust to just move from that label to a different one, so they can get their money and still make like fantastic, awesome music together. Because when you find like those right members that just work so well together, it's hard to like imagine like them being replaced. It's like, heaven forbid, if Dai and Karu left during Grey and they just, you know, grabbed two other guitarists to fill their spots, it just would be really weird because you're so used to seeing those core people from the beginning. I mean, granted, there are bands out there that have lost members and they, you know, fill the spot with somebody else, but still, I feel like those people who are fans of those bands are like, well, it's not the same. I think this is looking good so far. This is gonna be so awesome when it's done though. Oh my gosh. So anyway, so that's what this looks like so far. Little gray-black thing going on. Vidal. Vital lost both of their guitarists. They've actually lost 3 guitarists. I think the first one was Ayano. Could be right, could be wrong, I don't know. I think his name was Ayano. He was there briefly. And then, let's see. Trying to dig up names. I know one. Oh god. The guy, I think his name is Yukino? I think that's his name. Oh my gosh, it's been like a really long time. I could cheat and look on my laptop because I have like a ton of like Vidal pictures. So I think that's what I'm gonna do while like I keep drawing my nails. As I run out of memory, I switched cards yet again. I also acquired some Q-tips. Okay, so I looked at my folder and their names are actually Yuki-ni. I think that's how you say it, or Yuki-ni, Yuki-ni, I don't know. And it was Hide, or Hide. Didn't really look up pronunciation. But anyway, So they were the guitarist in Vidal. One of them was there since the beginning, and the other came in after Ayano. I did not look that up because I don't have any pictures of him, I don't believe. So yeah, and you know, the sound kind of mostly stayed the same. They kind of had this like gothic rock style that was kind of heavy. And one thing that but I don't think Ayano was there for too long, and I'm sorry if I said your name wrong, and your name is actually not that. But anyway, so their sound was pretty heavy and dark, but elegant, and it fit, you know, undercoat style. Once they decided that they were going to leave, they had to find two new guitarists. One was Shun, and one was Giru. And their sound kind of changed. They still had some heavy stuff, but they kind of went in a more like mainstream, almost poppy kind of route. Like, you can kind of tell like the difference between Vidal era, like Yukini, and Hyde era from Shandagiru era. But also, at the same time, they also had like a label change because they graduated from Undercode, and they went to a major label, so of course their sound is going to change, probably because of label obligations or something. Who knows? We'll never know. But the sound did change. But anyway, you can definitely tell that there is a difference when they switched guitarist. Even though Vidal is definitely a bass-driven group, at least in the beginning, which is one thing that I loved about them when I first discovered them. And right now we're just putting the graffiti on my right hand very carefully, because I try really, really hard to paint very well with my left hand. Can't do too much else with my left hand, but to paint pretty well with my left hand onto my right nails. So, I'm kind of expecting maybe the same thing would happen if Nocturnal Bloodlust decides to like pick up, you know, two new guitarists. But I feel like they wouldn't do that since the whole, you know, Cazqui is their main composer for their music. And one thing my friend pointed out is that there's not many guitarists, more specifically, that can play 7-string guitar. I told her that there was one. I could not remember his name for the life of me, because they were like listed as the 7-string guitarist, because that's a thing. That's something to like brag about, I guess. Yeah, it is. It totally is, because I don't even know how to play regular guitar. Like, I'm still wanting to learn, need to make a more commitment of like continuing to learn how to play guitar. But that's beside the point. So I don't know what they're gonna do. Like I said, ideally I would love them to just, you know, join a new label, stay a 5-piece group, and continue to improve and grow together, because their chemistry together is just something that's irreplaceable. Just like my whole analogy with like Dre, I like can't imagine like anyone else like filling in those two spots as guitarist, or really like any position. But yeah, you get what I mean. But it's really messed up that they like took a whole bunch of money from them and decided to like be selfish and use it for their own personal, you know, thing. But it's, from what I read, they're gonna still be doing some lives the rest of the year or something. Like, they're still committing to doing the lives. And I wish I was there in Japan to, like, you know, check them out and stuff and support them and Alive. I also need to like buy more of their albums at some point, but yeah, it's really messed up.